Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but before that, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Kyrie Irving issues stern Luka Doncic warning before Lakers-Mavericks game. Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks had been one of the more surprising teams since the NBA trade deadline, winning 4 of 5 games without Luka Doncic or Anthony Davis. The Mavericks pulled off one of the biggest NBA trades in recent memory at the deadline, sending Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers in exchange for Davis as part of a 3-team deal. However, Davis suffered an adductor strain in his Dallas debut on February 8, leaving him out for multiple weeks. On Sunday, the Mavs were back in action, facing the new trio of Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green. Dallas finally came back down to earth, falling to the Golden State Warriors 126-102. On Tuesday, Irving and the Mavericks will be heading to Los Angeles to face the Lakers. This will mark the first time Doncic has gone up against his former team. Following Sunday's loss, Irving opened up on his expectations for the upcoming battle. "High-level basketball game," Irving said. "Lot of good players on the floor at once. Outside just the obvious of us being in LA, being a former team of Luka's. Obviously, the narrative's already written. I don't know what else I can add to that. I'm pretty much focused and telling my guys to focus on the high-level game that we gotta win." Doncic is coming off his best game with the Lakers, recording 32 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists in Saturday's 123-100 win over Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Irving is well aware of his former teammates' breakout game and proceeded to issue a warning about Doncic. "They're going to come in and be ready to play against us," Irving added. "Luka's obviously gonna have a lot of confidence. He played well last game, so he's feeling good, and we just gotta be aware of it." For years, NBA fans have speculated about star players' decisions not to partake in the slam dunk contest anymore. Some argue that they don't want to get hurt, but literally, no one has ever gotten injured during the slam dunk contest in the past. Others argue that the players don't want their egos to suffer or get exposed if they lose. Perhaps that's why the league might want to reignite their long-lost competitive fire with a bit of a tweak. Rumors have it that the NBA is considering putting together a one-on-one tournament in next year's All-Star Weekend. When asked about that, Dallas Mavericks star point guard Kyrie Irving wasn't only on board, he was looking forward to it. He claimed that he wouldn't duck any smoke and that he would go against anybody, via Yahoo Sports. Irving has some of the greatest handles in basketball history. Needless to say, he wouldn't have much of a physical edge over centers or power forwards, and he might struggle to get stops against them. Nevertheless, the other player would have to take the ball away from him first, and that's going to be the tricky part. The league will reportedly offer a $1 million prize for the winner. Then again, bragging rights might be more than enough to make the players actually care and look to compete again for the first time in years. 3 takeaways from Mavericks' blowout loss to Warriors. Stephen Curry. The Dallas Mavericks played the Golden State Warriors on Sunday night, and the game was almost never close, as the Warriors went on to win 126-102 on the day of Andre Iguodala's jersey retirement. Dallas had the early 9-4 lead, but the Warriors went on a 16-0 run over the next 5 minutes. That basically ended the game right there. Golden State just had more energy, better execution, played better defense, and had Stephen Curry go for 30 points. Dallas didn't look very interested by the second quarter, and with a matchup against Luka Doncic and the LA Lakers next, that could spell trouble. They'll have to correct some of the mistakes from this game in a hurry. 1. That 16-0 run. Dallas started the game up 9-4 before Steve Kerr called a quick timeout. The Warriors came out of that timeout and went on a massive 16-0 run, as the Mavericks missed 8 straight shots and had 3 turnovers before Jason Kidd finally called a timeout. They were already facing a double-digit deficit just 5 minutes after their small lead, and that lead would balloon to 17 before the end of the quarter. The game would never be close again, and it all starts with sitting on the side and watching a 16-0 run. 2. Kyrie Irving was tamed. Kyrie Irving had been playing fantastic basketball as of late, but he was bound to be held in check eventually. That game came on Sunday afternoon as Irving was held to 17 points on July 19 shooting. And no one else was able to step up while Irving struggled, as he still tied with P.J. Washington to lead the team in scoring. Until Anthony Davis returns, this is how some nights might look, as the Mavericks don't have any other reliable options who can create for themselves. 3. Are the Mavericks ready to face Luka Doncic? Dallas' next game comes on Tuesday in Los Angeles against the Lakers. It marks the first time that Luka Doncic will play his former team, and he's coming off his best performance as a Laker, scoring 32 points in a blowout win against the Denver Nuggets on Saturday. If Dallas comes out with similar energy to what they showed on Sunday, Doncic could have an easy 40 points as he'll likely look to make a statement to Nico Harrison and the Mavericks front office. Bob Myers reveals what he's hearing about Luka Doncic with Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers finally got a glimpse of Luka Doncic's talents. The former Dallas Mavericks star just had his best game as a Laker after a somewhat slow start to his tenure in Southern California. He was more aggressive and more involved in the flow of the game. With that in mind, former Golden State Warriors GM Bob Myers shared what he's heard about Doncic from within the Lakers organization. Talking on ESPN, he claimed that the Mavericks thought Doncic didn't work hard, but that hasn't been the case since he arrived in the City of Angels. A lot of the conversation out of Dallas when he got moved was he didn't work hard. That's not what I'm hearing from talking to them. He's putting all the work in, he said. Doncic's eating and workout habits and work ethic have been doubted multiple times in the past. That's why fans and analysts believe he can benefit strongly from his new partnership with LeBron James, who famously spends $1 million a year on his body and has always made sure to stay in top shape. Doncic is just 25 years old, he hasn't even entered his physical prime yet. He has more than enough time to develop strong habits and stay atop of his game for years to come, and if that happens, the rest of the league will be in a lot of trouble. The Lakers surely hope that Doncic becomes the face of the franchise for the post-LeBron James era. He needs to stay healthy for that to be the case, and one could think of fewer better mentors for that than LeBron. The Mavs might end up regretting this move sooner than expected. And you, fan? What do you think of Bob Myers' situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.